Hello, welcome. True North Radio. It's me, Brandy, reporting from the Battlefords on Treaty 6 territory. Well, part 3. If you've made it this far, thank you. And what I wanted to talk about in the third installment, third and final, is language. Language that's really loaded with ideas and symbols and censorship. Like, these are the things that are going on right now. So you're seeing a lot of censorship of hashtags, censorship of language, and there's like kind of like the trying to rein in of this of our use of language and symbols and ideas and ideologies and how we see and perceive is all linguistically based. We see, we read, we're a print culture, we're very much like the humans. This is how we communicate. The problem right now, I feel, is like we're with QAnon on the rise in politics globally, as well as other like troubling forms of censorship against journalists, activists, globally, is this reining in of language and this almost like take the word like hashtag mega. Okay, that's so loaded with so much pain and trauma that's been happening for so long, that, almost when you see it, it's like, it's very reactionary. QAnon now. And a lot of the words and the usage of language within the QAnon group, perhaps like what I feel would be more helpful than saying, okay, I don't want it, hashtag mega, hashtag where we go one, we go all. Like, these are really, I get it. It's heavy, man. But it's okay to feel uncomfortable, and it's okay to sit for a while with a notion. It's okay. You got to trust your own intuition on something. So I know I use a lot of language, a lot of stuff's going on, and there might have been people feeling, or if anybody even watched it. I'm doing this for my own sanity during the pandemic. This is what I do for fun. Back to QAnon and the politics and the censorship. Like, I think for the final argument of this, long-winded special report, QAnon Exposed, is that lots of times when I feel in politics for the last 4 years, I've been running with the NDP here in the Battlefords. And you sit down with people and you hear them and you hear the language and you wonder to yourself, like, after a while, you wonder if you're on the same page. You don't understand, like, some connotations, some languages that have been used in the last, like, some of the hashtags, some of this stuff is so ingrained in a specific way that sometimes you're like trying to talk and you don't know what's going on. And someone might say, well, you can't say that. And it's like, well, come on, man. I'm not sorry. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Like, I really just want to know what's going on. Like, it's just the truth is what, and I mean, that might not even exist, right? The fact is that we are always looking for it and digging together and talking in language, and we have to understand that when a certain group says God, that might not necessarily be the God that you are thinking of. And if somebody says, like country or nation, that might not be how you see it. And that's where I feel like parlez-vous. We gotta talk, parlez-vous, and we gotta écouter, gotta listen, we gotta regarder, we gotta watch, and we gotta learn. And we're learning. And so that's the final installment on this. And I just felt like my husband, and my creative soulmate, an ex-producer. So I'm looking for a producer, director, if you know any. Yeah. But I'm like Glenn Greenwald of The Intercept. I will not be told what I can report on. News by citizens for citizens. And I feel like we really need to talk a lot more as a political community about some of these really like wild, emotionally triggering things, I guess. Language, objects, symbols that are like going on. Okay, well, I just tried to score an interview with Ryan Miley. He says, "What are you doing? Everybody doing out here in the pandemic and it's cold and you're bored? What are you up to? You having a good time? Stay connected?" I am. We covered the mayoral NB. We're keeping our eye on council. And I hope people could reach out and say, you know, Brandy, what the F's up with this over here in the Saskatoon and the correctional facilities and stuff? You know, that's important. It's human rights. So, the end. Until next time, Treaty 6.